We are unlike any generation the world has ever seen. We are educated, competitive, and high-tech. But we have a massive weakness. It is our lack of financial literacy.
Agensi Kaunseling dan Pengurusan Kredit AKPK memaklumkan rakyat Malaysia yang berusia dalam lingkungan 20 hingga 45 tahun dengan tangga gaji sekitar RM4,000 ke bawah menghadapi masalah pengurusan kewangan mereka dan gagal merancang pengaliran kewangan mereka setiap bulan.
Tahap kesedaran mengenai kepentingan pengurusan keuangan perlu dipertingkat bagi mengelak masalah hutang lapuk, risiko muflis dan ancaman penipuan. Menteri Keuangan Tengku Datuk Seri Zafrul Tengku Abdul Aziz menjelaskan kurangnya pengetahuan serta pengurusan keuangan boleh mempengaruhi masa depan seseorang individu.
Kurangnya pengetahuan dalam pengurusan kewangan boleh menjadi satu faktor penyumbang kepada ketidaktentuan masa hadapan.
Let's talk about money. When was the last time you told someone how much you make? How much is in your bank account? How about how you invest your capital, if you invest at all? Would you be willing to tell me right now?
Hi, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. Welcome to our PD Talk Series 2022 on financial literacy among youth. So how are you everyone? Feeling great today?
Yes!
So, I hope you are doing good no matter where you are, and thank you for joining our PD Talk during your weekend. So guys, before we start, let me introduce myself first. My name is Syahirah and you can call me Shira. I will be your host for today, but don't worry, I'm not hosting alone because I will be hosting this talk with my partner, which is Izzati Sorfina. Hi Izzati, apa khabar?
Waalaikumsalam. Hi! Hello everyone, I'm your co-host for today. My name is Izzati Sorfina. You can call me Izzati and I'm so excited to be here with all of you today. Kita teruskan, okay? Okay, so let's bless our talk today by inviting Hafiz Aiman to recite the doa.
Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami, hanya padamu sahaja kami panjatkan kesyukuran atas segala rahmat dan berkat-Mu. Bersempena dengan majlis pada hari ini, kami memohon inayah dan taufik-Mu. Kurniakanlah kesejahteraan dan kebahagiaan kepada kami. Bukakanlah hati-hati kami, lapangkanlah dada kami supaya kami dapat mengisi ilmu dan pengetahuan yang berguna untuk agama, bangsa dan negara. Ya Allah, ya Rahman, ya Rahim, kami memohon kepadamu agar engkau berkatilah majlis ini dengan limpahan rahmat-Mu. Semoga segala usaha kami dalam menjayakan majlis ini mendapat keredaan dan hidayah-Mu. Sesungguhnya pada hari ini kami berkumpul kerana-Mu, ya Allah. Kami berkumpul untuk menimba ilmu, bertukar pendapat, menyumbangkan buah fikiran, menghubungkan silaturahim dan memberi sokongan ke arah meningkatkan lagi prestasi kami. Ya Allah, ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram, kami memohon kekuatan dari hadrat-Mu, ya Allah, supaya kami hadir pada hari ini dapat melaksanakan segala kebajikan dan kami memohon perlindungan dengan Engkau daripada melakukan keburukan. Ya Allah, kurniakanlah kepada kami kekayaan ilmu pengetahuan dan hiasilah diri kami dengan sifat lemah lembut serta muliakanlah kami dengan ketakwaan dan indahkanlah diri kami dengan kesihatan. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Mohamad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Amin. Amin. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. So, semoga doa tu dapat legakan sikitlah nervous kita pada pagi ni ya. Before we start our program today, I would like to introduce our backbone of this program, our first moderator, Nabihah. Say hi Nick.
Hai semua, Assalamualaikum.
Hai. Our second moderator, Shuhada. Say hi Sarah.
Hai Sarah.
And our third moderator, Hafiz Aiman. Say hi Hafiz.
Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone.
Hi Hafiz.
Okay guys, sabar-sabar. Okay, dan kita minta
ada gorgeous technical team. Farah, Nadiah,
Hi. Hello everyone.
Dan juga Faza Atiqa. Bye.
Faza.
So nampaklah semangat diorang ni kan. Okay. So simpan dulu semangat tu. Saya faham tak sampai nak start. So tak jadi sempurnalah talk kita pada hari ni kalau tak ada bimbingan daripada coach kita which is Madam Azwin. Hai Madam Azwin.
Hai, hello.
Coach.
Apa khabar semua?
Baik, alhamdulillah.
Okay, I look forward for a fruitful discussion today and thank you to our speaker for joining us hari ni with her team. So we look forward to see. Good luck all
Thank you Madam. Thank you. So seterusnya kita pun dah perkenalkan coach kita. Now Is, perkenalkan kita pula speaker kita hari ni.
Okeylah, kita perkenalkan kita punya speaker pula. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our beautiful panel speaker, Madam Nana. Hi, Madam.
Hi, Madam.
Hello, Madam.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Madam, thank you for your time for joining us and we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my honor to be with you guys this morning and share what I have to share with you. I hope, and my goal this morning, I hope that it's gonna be, you can take some valuable, takeouts from this, and I hope it'll stuck at the back of your head and you will practice this.
InsyaAllah. InsyaAllah. Itu yang kami harapkan.
Yeah, insyaAllah.
And not to forget, today kita ada seorang special guest, which is a General Manager of Great Eastern Takaful. So beliau ni kerja sekali dengan our speaker lah, Madam Nana ni. So welcome Mr. Eric there.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Yes, I forgot to introduce just now. We have here my GM, Eric Tay. Eric, thank you so much for your support and joining us this morning.
Yeah, and Mr. Eric.
And we also would like to record our thanks and appreciation to your coach, Madam Azwin, for giving us the opportunity again to share with her students, which me being the alumni of UiTM, I'm so honored to come in again and share with you guys. Yeah, inshallah. I hope we will help in some way. Yeah, Eric.
I will just back up.
Yeah.
Now we'll deliver, whatever I think can help all of you. Okay. I hope this session will benefit to all of you and then learn some financial planning. Okay. So today will be Aslina, the main speaker. I just back up.
Syahirah, Izzati.
Yes, madam.
One of my guests is also in, Encik Muiz. Can you just address?
Can we say hi to him?
Hi, Encik Muiz.
Hi, Encik Muiz.
Assalamualaikum.
Oh, hello.
Itu dia kita punya another special guest.
How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Just a quick intro. I'm actually an economist from MIDF.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you for your
time. Saya nak tanya soalan.
Right.
So before we start, Madam nak tahu tak, atau you guys pun nak tahu tak background tentang kita punya special guest hari ni? Okay lah. Pada tahun 2006 sampai 2012, Encik Muiz bekerja sebagai Senior Eksekutif at Bank Negara Malaysia. And then diteruskan pada tahun 2012 sampai 2013 as a Senior Analysis Research Department at Maybank. And then 2013 sampai 2018 dia bekerja sebagai Assistant Vice President Economic Research at Bank Rakyat Malaysia. And then 2018 sampai 2020 as a co-founder at Terapi on Demand Sundan Berhad, and now currently beliau adalah sebagai seorang economist at MIDF Group. So big applause man.
Thank you.
So without wasting any time, selepas dah perkenalkan kita punya special guest hari ni, so saya beritahu as a title of a program today, Financial Literacy Among Youth, we want to discuss about managing and handling a proper financial, since financial literacy is quite alarming among youth.
We hope everyone can stay with us till the end of the session. So, Madam Nana, what about we start this talk with knowing a little bit better about you. Kan orang kata kalau tak kenal maka tak cinta. So boleh kan Madam? Madam nak share sikit story Madam?
Nak share sikit pasal
Yeah.
Share lah Madam.
Boleh madam, boleh.
Ramai nak tahu ni.
Apa yang I nak share sebenarnya, we are here today. So apa yang I nak sharekan is that how I can actually macam mana change from becoming an employee. Lepas tu I decided to become entrepreneur lah. Kalau doing Takaful ni kira is your own business kan. So how that happen, and I just want to create that macam mana so that you guys feel how interesting it is, macam mana I boleh macam tu. So maybe you can also dig out and experience macam mana dia boleh decide dari kerja, lepas tu she's now going on her life doing insurance or Takaful industry.
So without further ado, let me pass the floor to our moderators.
Okay, thank you Syahirah. Thank you Syahirah and Izzati for being a good host this morning. So basically, last night I heard that Madam Nana has something to share with us.
Yeah. So before kita start on the questions, I would just like to share a little bit of on maybe touch a little bit on our topic lah, I hope. So let me share the screen boleh? I hope itulah boleh lah kita go through sikit. I just nak share sikit je lah, tak ada apa sangat. But kan kita punya topik kan is on financial literacy among youth. And then with the hope that we start early, betul?
Betul Madam.
Okay. So and my goal today by the end of kita punya sharing session ni lah, kita punya talk ni, I hope you guys can take back some valuable tips from me lah. Dia kiranya sharing tips jugalah sebenarnya through my life experience je. So kita tengok why this topic is so interesting to you, financial literacy among youth. Sebab you guys are all graduating, betul tak?
Betul.
Betul. And I just want to ask you, do you have any idea how you want to start off your life? Nanti bila you dah graduate, you gonna try and get a job, betul?
Betul.
Once you get a job, you get your first salary.
Dapat gaji, lepas tu berjoli.
What we want to do today is that kita nak hope all you the team and all the participants to try start on the right foot and not on the wrong foot. Okay, kenapa you tengok kat situ ada gambar? Nampak tak gambar credit card?
Nampak. Ni semua desire ni Madam.
Madam.
Spending kan? So, I nak tanya you bila you dapat you punya first gaji, apa yang you today, before kita start kita punya ni, apa yang you guys rasa you nak buat dengan your
nak makan
shopping Madam.
Makan Madam, makan.
Shopping.
Belanja family makan ke?
Syahirah ni anak Izzati.
Alhamdulillah. Travel ni ada yang jawab travel. Shopping.
Aisyah cakap check out barang.
Ada orang nak check out barang.
Aisyah laju je check out barang.
So kita tak ada fikir pun kita terus nak protect kita punya income tu, betul tak? Kita takkan terfikir, betul tak?
Betul.
So my tujuan today to share with you is that your first gaji nanti you terus fikir to protect your income. That's how you start early, and starting early is true for me, is true protection, having protection for your life, and also not just for you, for your family as well. Sebab apa? Okay, kenapa I cakap macam tu? The rule of thumb is that for me, when you have your first gaji, at least 10% from it, katakanlah gaji 3,000. Okay, as graduate, gaji 3,000. At least 10% from it, you start off having a protection to protect your income too. Okay?
Faham.
Okay, how much is that? 300. Sebab when you have at least 10% to protect your income, to protect the balance of 90% of that income. Nampak tak? And because if anything happens, if anything happens, at least you have the cushion dekat situ, the protection tu. Faham tak? Nampak tak? Okay?
Faham.
So jangan start je terus credit card. Because apa? Sebab apa I cakap credit card ni akan membunuh kita. Lepas tu terus fikir nak beli kereta, but probably you won't be still can't afford, but maybe you can afford whatever cars according to your income lah kan. Okay, next. Okay, now you see, tengok kenapa kita kena start off with that. Sebab apa I cakap to start on the right foot, 10% at least for your protection, and then another 10% for kita punya retirement, and another 10% maybe for kita punya if siapa yang nanti dah ada family, for the children education. So the rest of it, another balance tu for all our expenses, loans and everything lah. Kita tengok who has more money upon retirement. You tengok kat sini, nampak tak? So I nak tanya you guys you guys ni kira yang 95% ke yang 5%? Income minus expenses baru dia nak save, atau
jujur madam 95 tu
macam yang merah lah madam.
Merah tu
beli dulu masa kemudian.
So semua orang honest, kita semua yang red flag lah
betul red flag.
First baru kita save lah kan.
Betul, kadang tu tak ada benda nak save pun.
Memang kita semua tak ada goal lah. So, memang kita semua memang starting our life on the wrong foot. We are all gonna be semua nak end up teruk nanti kan. So why not we become the 5% and save first baru kita spend. So the answer is macam mana kita nak jadi tu? The answer is through forced savings regularly sebenarnya. So that's how we start early. Kita ni manusia biasa yang tak ada disiplin, betul tak? So selagi kita tak tie our savings to a system or a forced savings regularly, kita panggil, the success rate tu memang sangat tipis. Memang kita akan masukkan duit, kita save lah konon-konon 300.
Lepas tu kita keluarkan balik.
Sekejap lagi tengah bulan kita cucuk kita keluarkan balik. So
300 tu hilang macam tu je.
Hilang macam tu je. Jadi tak boleh. So that's why kita try to have a system and we commit ourselves to a forced savings regularly. Lepas tu ini yang I cakap tadi, we don't want to start off our life, okay, starting early ni on the wrong foot. Sebab apa? Kita tahu with all these credit cards punya problem ni, which the youth memang very highly, macam nak cakap macam mana easily memang akan terperangkap lah. I'm telling you, this is the truth and it happened to me as well actually. So jadi I tak nak you guys repeat my own mistakes. Janganlah, jangan, because it's not that I say you cannot have a credit card, tapi you really have to be disciplined. And memang kena betul-betul jaga tau. Nak control kita punya desire ni is not easy, betul tak? Lagi-lagi lah dengan Shopee, Grab, dengan segala mak nenek lah sekarang ni semua. It's so easy we can overspend. Kan?
Betul. Shopee tu, madam.
Shopee tu, ya Allah.
Ya, betul. It's so dangerous. Lepas tu sekarang pula ada Shopee yang dia bagi kredit lah, whatever tu lagi.
Betul.
Dia menambah lah, madam.
Bahaya. I cakap you bahaya. Janganlah. Cubalah. Kita kena, iman kena kuat ya. Nak semua.
Betul, madam.
So, we don't want to end up and add on to the statistics of that tu, tengok 65,000 bankruptcy punya statistics tu kan, itu pun 2018. Okay, so kenapa kita tengok bankruptcy due to apa? Tengoklah ni 36% on
pinjaman kenderaan, car loan,
hire purchase, car loans, 26% on mortgage, rumah, and then 24% on personal loans. Ada je orang yang buat personal loan nak kahwin kan, nak kahwin beria-ria semua tak payah semua tak payah ni. And then 14% tak payah, nikah je, tak payah nak kahwin beria sangat.
Betul.
Nanti lepas dah nikah lagi banyak yang guna duit, betul tak? So we have to be smart. Okay, in a way guys, we have to be smart. We don't have to live like macam nak kena ikut-ikutan sangat, you know, follow the trend sangat. We just have to be real, and we have to memang kena jadi realistic lah. Jangan jadi
practical lah.
Jangan jadi bodoh. Okay, ni apa? Ultimate Personal Finance Guide for Fresh Graduate. Okay, ni untuk korang lah
Kita lah ni.
Korang lah. So start early, okay? Start early means first salary. You nak save ke, you nak spend ke, you nak invest. So you have to understand ni. So tadi I cakap yang paling penting apa? Protect. Whatever it happens pun protect. Protect, that means protection lah. That means you have your plans. And then savings account. Which one you want to choose to save? Kat mana? There are many avenues, not just in banks. So you have to understand that insurance also is one way of savings, but which savings plus protection. So you have to understand that. Kena faham benda tu. And then kita nak tengok kita punya lifestyle choices. So we already know how we want to live our life. So kita make smarter decisions from now. Make smarter decisions in life. And also you will start your employment. So tengok career path you apa, you're getting your first job. And also bila kita dah stable sikit, then kita fikir investments. Kita nak tengok which one should of the investments yang kita nak buat. So kalau kita tengok kat sini, sebenarnya ada general rule of thumb, take home salary. Nampak tak? Take home salary, 30% from it, the first 30% of it is saving. Macam tadi I cakap lah. So savings account, insurance coverage. Sebab apa? 10% tu goes to your protection. Lepas tu another 10% maybe your children education, and another 10% your retirement. So that's take out 30%. Lepas tu another 50% from your salary tu is on your expenses, debits and credit cards. Lepas tu I'm just gonna sum up expenses. You go for credit cards and lifestyle choices, okay, blah. And then also wealth creation. Tengok wealth creation. So 20% on wealth, kita tengok kita nak letak duit kat mana. So under unit trust ke, ASB, tabung haji. So these are ideas for you to have lah. So last but not least, I just want to share with you on the career. You pernah tengok tak Mamat ni siapa? Robert Kiyosaki. Siapa kenal?
Macam pernah tengok macam.
Macam okay. Dia nama dia Rich Dad Poor Dad tu. So dia
tak pernah lagi saya minum kopi dengan dia.
Tak pernah. Tak apa, you minum kopi dengan I je lah. So tapi dia memang ada share pasal, if you don't know this, please go and research on this. It's called ESBI ni. So E is for employees. Selalunya kita akan start as employees, okay? Lepas tu S is apa?
Self-employed.
Self-employed. And then you go to B
business
owners kan. Lepas tu I as investors. So in our phases of life, kita nak tengok mana kita nak pergi, daripada E, S to B to I, betul tak? Because on the B and I, the money will be working for you. That's passive. And then if you're stuck in E and S, you have to work for the money.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so you can decide, because as simple as this, ESBI ni, you can decide what you want in your life and how you want to lead your life. you want to either be, you know, having your own time and time freedom and financially freedom dekat BNI ni, ataupun you want to be stuck in ENS for the rest of your life. So the choice is ours and is in our hands, and we can decide today. Okay. Thank you so much. So I hope you guys get something out of that. If you want to ask questions, you can, okay?
Right. Okay, Madam Nana, that was a very nice sharing from you. Macam Madam Nana dah share yang kita ni patutnya dah kena start buat investment. I mean start buat protection plan dalam 10% daripada
proper planning lah. Maknanya proper planning of your life. Not just on protection. Financial management per se. Personal finance per se.
Okay, so at least 10% of our income we should invest in our savings lah kan.
In your protection.
In our protection.
So 10% tu is protection because you want to protect the balance of your 90% of your salary. So savings is another thing tau, Nick. Savings is another thing. Yeah.
So tadi pun Madam dah ada share yang kebanyakan daripada kita, 95% of us akan guna duit dulu daripada save duit kita.
Betul.
Dan hanya 5% je yang save dulu baru spend duit. So mesti ramai kat sini terasa kan, especially
betul ni, betul. Rasa macam kena batu kat muka.
Jangan nangis. Saya pun masuk juga dalam tu. So yeah, before I forgot to mention, I'm not the only moderator here. I will be moderating this session with Hafiz and also Sarah. And I'm sure that most of the participants today agree with me if I said that the level of literacy in financial management among youth, among us lah, is very poor considering the advanced technology nowadays. Kita dah ada macam-macam teknologi kan. Macam sama lah macam orang kata yang kalau dengan adanya teknologi ni, hubungan kita dengan orang lain akan makin rapat, dengan family akan lagi rapat, silaturahim kita akan makin rapat. Tapi sebenarnya tak jadi pun benda tu kan. So same goes to the financial part. The more advanced the technology, it doesn't mean that we are better in managing our finance. Jadi, Melena, saya tahu yang Madam tengah pregnant sekarang and your baby will be born into this beautiful world dalam beberapa hari lagi kan. So saya tak nak pressure Madam Nana. So Hafiz, Sarah as moderator, saya pun tolong jangan tanya soalan yang pelik-pelik, saya takut kan. InsyaAllah. Support Madam nanti kan. Okay Madam. And also for Mr. Ari and Mr. Muiz, I know that it is somewhat alarming that youth is illiterate in managing their money because there's a statistic that I found that Bank Negara mentioned 50% of youth have high credit card debt. That is the statistic in 2018. Biasalah as youth ni, basically if kita dah start kerja, we started to apply for credit card and then bila pergi shopping je bawa credit card. Bila kita nak makan benda-benda mahal, kita bawa credit card pergi mana-mana. So basically one of the reasons for this to happen is due to the carefree mindset. Diorang tak fikir jauh before apply for the credit card. So I just want to know how much Madam Nana, Mr. Teh and Mr. Muiz agree with this about the carefree mindset.
Okay. Let me just share first, okay? Nanti maybe I can get help from Muiz or Eric to back up. Tapi in my opinion, macam tadi I cakap, okay, sebenarnya credit card ni kan, bila korang dah start kerja kan, sebenarnya kadang-kadang bukan korang nak pun sangat tau, tapi korang terdapat offer. Okay?
Betul.
Dan bila terdapat offer tu, korang terterima the offer.
Tergoda.
Dan bila dah terterima the offer, you terguna.
Tersuat. Terbelanja.
Yes, dia semua tau.
Salahkan ter.
That's what I cakap tadi.
Salahkan ter.
So I cakap tadi, don't start your life. Don't start your life on the wrong foot. Always be wary when you get the offer of a credit card. Think. Either you can really control yourself ke atau tidak. Kalau you rasa you ni memang jenis manusia yang memang tak boleh, janganlah you accept. Tak payah. You dapat je credit card tu, you gunting terus. So kalau you guys tak go through this today, you pun takkan perasan. Betul tak?
I only remember sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit tu je.
Betul lah. Sebabnya credit card tu pun sama juga, sikit-sikit je. Lama-lama dia jadi bukit. Lama-lama dia tak pasal you are in debt of 15,000, 20,000, I'm telling you.
Lama-lama surat sampai. Lama-lama surat sampai.
Surat kuat sampai. Lepas tu, I cakap you maybe just start with 5,000 tau debt in credit. Tapi after some time, the interest and it's gonna cost you, oh my god, you're gonna cry.
Yes.
Don't cry, madam.
You know, lepas tu
Jangan nangis, madam. Jangan.
Bukan sekarang, kejap lagi.
Sebab I pun dah lalui, so I sangat sedih. I tak nak lah you guys buat benda tu. Tak payah. Okay. Muiz, what do you have to say, Muiz? Do you have anything to add?
Cik Muiz.
Actually, betul lah. When it comes to problem with managing credit card debt ni, because kita tak ada skill lah actually, because we are not aware. Sebenarnya to have credit card tak salah. Betul. It's all about kita punya pengurusan diri lah at the end of the day, because kalau kita tanya mana-mana bank, if you like to get any loans pun sebenarnya the first thing that they will tell you, get a credit card dulu, because dia tak ada any record on you, so they want to see macam mana you punya pengurusan kewangan lah at the end of the day.
Correct.
So, kalau nak salah 100%, I wouldn't say jangan tolak 100% lah, because to deal with banking system there is a way lah. So what you need to make sure, bila ada credit card, always pay off everything yang outstanding lah. Assuming lah, macam kata you use it for isi minyak,
petrol.
So make sure the planning tu is being implemented as what you budgeted lah. Sebab kalau macam contohnya you tahu 300 per month kena bayar minyak, and then you swipe with your credit card, and then you bayar, make sure you bayar, lepas swipe terus bayar. Sebab that will tell the bank you are
credit history lah kita ada credit history lah.
Yes, and then from that credit history tu baru bank akan analyse, okay, untuk you nak ambil loan rumah 3 ke 5 tahun akan datang, because first you kena ada down payment. Sebab nak beli rumah kan ada 10% down payment, so you kena simpan duit dulu. Tapi by the 5th year you kerja tu, you nak ambil loan rumah, sebab you tak ada credit card, bank tak boleh nak analyse. So bila you ada credit card pun sebenarnya it's nothing wrong, cuma it's all about management. Bila terperangkap ni sebab you what was shared just now in term of kita punya knowledge lah. First, kita tak buat tracking berapa kita spend. Kita punya income kita tahu sebab kita tahu berapa gaji kita kan. Ke mana kita spend tu, we need to be alert lah, so that kita tak overspend and spend within means. Kalau kata tadi income equals to expenses pun nothing wrong. Kita tak spend lebih daripada apa yang kita earn lah.
Kita kena be responsible, guys. Okay, that's the word lah kan, Muiz kan. Thank you, Muiz. Thank you.
So Encik Muiz, you said just now, in order for us to apply for the loan, we need to use credit card sebab bank nak tengok kita punya record kan. Impossible ke kalau orang yang tak ada credit card ni dapat loan? Dia macam bank approve.
I wouldn't say impossible, tapi dia memang nakkan so-called as what was said just now, even in the US pun dia bagi this credit card so that you have this credit history. Sebab at the end of the day, kalau kata you don't have credit card ataupun you don't have any loans, they don't know how to assess you lah basically. So assuming you can get this personal loans for example kan, without the credit card, I think there must be a way lah, because maybe kena tanya any banker. Maybe there is they need you to have like some sort of savings pula dengan dia. Kan, maksudnya okay, you nak pinjam 30k, at least you kena save dengan bank tu 10k for example. So they consider you somebody yang memang not only you spend within means, and then tapi you are in that 5% group tu lah, maksudnya you dah save awal. So that could be another consideration to it lah.
I see.
Tapi maybe true banker boleh jawab ni dengan lebih tepat lah.
Good lifestyle, right? Betul tak?
Hafiz, you got something to say, Hafiz?
Okay, thank you Madam Nana, Encik Muiz and Mr. Eric for the explanation. Okay, semua berdasarkan apa yang penjelasan daripada speaker kita, tak salah kita nak mempunyai credit card, and cumanya diri kita sendiri yang macam Mr. Eric cakap, self management tu sangat penting. Lagi-lagi dengan perkembangan teknologi, benda tu membawa kita ke arah negatif, tetapi kita sendiri yang perlu mengawal dari segi penggunaannya. Okay, let's continue. Okay, according to a study for financial management, many employees around the world regret to not managing their funds properly when they were younger. Saya rasa mungkin hari ini terjadi kerana kurangnya kesedaran tentang pengurusan kewangan yang baik. Macam yang Madam Nana kata, kesedaran itu sangat mahal walaupun kita ada ilmu tentang suatu perkara itu, kerana tak semua akan tahu dan mengambil iktibar daripada perkara tersebut. And we can see the impact when we're starting to have a financial problem. So basically, when a person is stressed financially, their health and productivity can be both suffer. So I'm sure to those who join dan juga kami sendiri nak tahu, maybe Encik Muiz atau Mr. Eric can share, how did you begin taking charge of your personal finances?
For me, I started from secondary school when I started to get some, income. Okay, saving. Then I started to realize actually we have to do some saving. Then we can buy whatever we want. Okay. After that, when I started to work, after graduate from college, so the first thing in my mind actually I buy insurance plan. Okay, the reason why I do that because my mom had been admitted to hospital during I'm still school. I realized actually the operation cost is very expensive. That's
See guys, nampak tak kat situ? See, this is what I'm saying, kesedaran itu mahal. Bila berlaku baru kita akan react to it, right Eric?
Yeah, actually that time you asked me, actually I don't really care until I look my family member their FD experience. Wow, it's a pain because expensive. During like 10 years time, you fork out like 30,000. It's not a small amount. Right. For those that we are, let's say we are employee, right? You want to save like 1 month, 2,000. You also need to save for 2 years plus, right? In order to with 30,000. That's why it's not easy. So this is how I started, from secondary when I started to have some pocket money. The time I started. Okay. After that protection, of course, I also have credit cards. Yeah. But so far I manage it well. So far no problem. Yeah. Okay. I hope can help.
Okay. From my experience, more or less, I can relate with what Eric shared lah, because kalau kita, generally speaking, kita pun dapat duit raya kan. So I would say that's the first income we get tanpa kerja even kan. So that would be the time lah, because same thing like Eric, when I was in secondary school, I came from very ordinary family jugalah. Kita ada adik-beradik 8 orang, but my dad is the breadwinner. And then there was this one time my dad dia memang tak nak beli TV. Bila TV rosak, I don't know what happened. His worldview suddenly changed. No more TV for the family. So what happened? We set a goal lah. So we set a goal. I personally set a goal. Simpan duit raya. And then I bought a TV for the family.
Oh wow.
Itulah. Nice. So there was I think when it comes to personal financing, is all about wanting to get something lah out of what we earn lah kan. So actively, as what Eric experienced, same thing when I started working. The best part is I got married 1 year after I started working. So that's where I believe when the steering of the family is given to me, so to drive my own small family, that's where I actively doing planning for my personal finance, because I don't know, actually when I first get this formal salary, I start to track in terms of what I earn and what I spend. Although at that point of time, to be frank, I was staff at Bank Negara, no idea about financial planning, no idea about budgeting and everything. So I do it using Microsoft Excel lah. While there's no proper system to it lah. Only by the age of 30 baru nampak, oh rupanya ada proper system. Because same thing lah, kesedaran tu mahal. Kawan dah cerita pun, you couldn't care less. You still stick to whatever you do kan. So at the end of the day, bila you nampak the bigger picture, you can actually plan from when you first start working until you die actually. Because for Muslims, after you die, whatever asset that you acquire will be passed down through faraid kan. So kita kena faham lah benda tu. So yeah, I think kesedaran tu mahal. That's true.
Thank you guys. Okay, alright. Thank you Mr. Muiz and Mr. Eric for the explanation. So everyone, betul lah apa yang dikatakan oleh guest kita, speaker kita, yang awareness of saving ni memang sangat-sangat penting. Betul tak? Okay. Okay, so continuing with this subtopic of financial illiteracy among youth kan. I actually found this article that stated Malaysia ni falls to be the 4th country after UAE, Indonesia and Mexico in the rank of parents who support their adult children. So basically adult children ni umur macam kami lah, 18 years old and above. And also in the survey, in the article that I found, they shows that 15% of Malaysian parents ni, they still support their children who is over 18 years old. So bila baca pasal survey ni, saya agak terasa lah. Sebab parents saya pun still support saya financially kan. So kalau tak ada duit tu,
awak bread lagi banyak.
Yes. Okay, continue. Okay, so recently kan, in the US juga, some parts of country like Ohio and Florida, they has mandate. Mereka telah mewajibkan pelajar mereka untuk belajar tentang financial literacy in order for them to graduate high school tu. So basically, pelajar kat US ni, they need to learn the skills of financial literacy when they are around the age 14 to 18 years old. So the thing is, madam, how early do you think we should instill this saving behavior among children?
Honestly lah, okay, for me, honestly for me, sepatutnya kita start lagi memang dari awal pun. Dari dia, in fact, bila dia dah faham dah, bila dia dah start dapat duit raya pun. Betul tak Muiz? Tadi kita cerita kan. So bila dia dah start dapat duit raya tu, kita dah boleh start expose to them actually the value of it. Macam mana dia nak save, apa guna dia nanti. So that's as early as what? 3-4 years tau. Bila dia orang dah ada disiplin macam tu, and then they already dah faham, they would appreciate and value more. Macam mana what's the value of kita punya duit lah kan sebenarnya, savings ni, and then kenapa kita kena buat, sebab kita nak something. Contoh macam tadi Muiz cakap, we have to have a goal. Dia nak beli TV kan for the family, so dia ada something dia nak, so dia kena work for it. So we have to inculcate that from young, as very young as once they understand, to me. Okay, so sebenarnya in our education system juga, I rasa kita patut, well, I don't know if it's already in, but we should have in primary and then follow through in secondary and even tertiary, really to focus on this per se. Yeah, that's how I feel. Because tapi walaupun macam tu, sebenarnya kita ada jugalah dekat sekolah, macam kita ada je. Kan siapa ingat macam kita pernah ada hari kantin, hari
kesawanan.
Itu sebenarnya is also exposure to us jugalah in a way. Cuma kita tak perasan lah kan. So in a way untuk kita value lah the transaction yang kita perlu buat, buying and selling. And then if you want to be in business ke apa benda, it gives you the idea. So yeah, so that's what I feel. It start as early And if you are talking to me, we are talking today, start as early as today. Yeah, that's the logic of it.
So basically, just now Sarah has mentioned that we are too financially dependent on our parents in terms of money lah. And this actually will lead us to have bad financial management. And I'm sure that most of the participants has heard the word bankruptcy before, sebab Madam Nana pun ada masukkan bankrupt tu dalam sharing session yang awal-awal tadi. So I believe that when we have bad financial management, eventually kita akan bankrupt, macam Madam Nana ada mention before this. And kalau kita dah bankrupt tu, macam banyak sangat benda yang kita tak boleh buat. So maybe Mr. Muiz atau Mr. Eric could help us to elaborate what it's like to be a bankruptcy.
I'm not bankrupt lah. But I've dealt with people who face problem with bankruptcy lah, because you should understand all this is part of the gameplay lah nak hidup ni kan. So there is a system about you dealing with the bank, and then for you to do something, you can't save. You can't wait until your savings to be enough to basically open up your own business to even buy a house. So definitely you have to depend on financing support from the bank lah. So it's all about you, right? If you don't manage it right, so memang the danger of being a bankrupt tu will be higher lah. And then masalah kat Malaysia ni pun from macro perspective, memang hutang isi rumah, household debt is actually one of the highest in Asia. So we need to be more literate when it comes to managing our personal finance lah. So bila bankrupt ni, you can't actually do a lot of commercial business dealing. Because for example, you are not, you can't own a bank account. So nak kerja, you probably have to use somebody else punya bank account. And then when it comes to contract, you can't even, your signature will no longer be valid, because whatever you earn should be used to pay back whatever you owe, the debt that you should pay back lah kan. So all this is actually you're gonna be restricted lah. Nak kerja susah, nak buat business susah. So whenever you want to do any commercial business dealing or whatever, your name will be your name is no longer free as like other people lah. So that you, if you don't manage it well, you'll be in problem lah.
And yet you have to pay back all the debts, right? To clear the status.
Regardless. Sebab macam dia macam ni, bila you are in that insolvency position, insolvency, there is an institution that will you have to deal with Malaysia debt insolvency. I can't remember exactly. Tapi basically they will deal with you to come to a term where although katalah you used to earn 5,000 because you susah, and then suddenly you lost the source of income. That's the reason why you become a bankrupt. So tapi at the end of the day, whatever new income that you earn, they will discuss with you. You still have to pay like certain amount per month throughout your life, regardless. So whether or not you earn as high as before, or you probably learn less, you still have to pay. Katalah like 50 ringgit per month or 100 ringgit per month. Maybe like after 2-3 years down the road, can we increase it to 200? So maksudnya, everything you earn is no longer yours at the end of the day. And the money that you earn, you still have to report to the insolvency institution, and then basically you have to declare and you have to pay back whatever
so
minimum.
Your life tersiksa lah.
You are restricted lah, terhad. Tapi there is a way out from that bankrupt status juga lah. Cuma that's not something yang I'm quite well versed. So I think I'm still studying on that juga lah. Cuma maksudnya mungkin orang terfikir you be a bankrupt sampai you mati. I don't think that's the case lah. There is a way out lah.
Right. Okay. So Mr. Muiz, is it true bila kita ni dah bankrupt, it's hard for us to find any work yang macam permanent work? Betul ke benda tu?
That's not 100% true lah. But as I mentioned lah, typically you probably want to have your own account. Tapi when you find a new job, for example, you probably have to rely on other people's account lah, because whatever you earn to actually you can still have an account. Cuma maybe some people like to not to be
seen to have an account.
Kena kejar lah basically kan. So maybe you probably have to rely on somebody else. Ataupun sebenarnya at the end of the day, it's all about you punya the spirit to fight back lah. Because some people, kebanyakan success story what we hear, kebanyakan orang yang naik bankrupt ni lah is actually the successful businessman or businesswoman kan. Because kesusahan tu, you turn around your life. So daripada segi nak susah kerja tu, I think it's just an excuse lah. You can still do something lah to get back your life lah. Because basically to get back lah. Because the freedom you earn, you own before is no longer yours.
Yeah.
From commercial punya point of view lah.
Okay. Penjelasan yang sangat memberi kesedaran kepada semua dan juga peserta-peserta, sebab kebanyakan kami anak muda. Betul.
Kena urus lah.
Takut je nak bankrupt tapi beli juga barang macam gila.
Dia takut je macam dia masih sama. Okay, we proceed to the next question. Okay, masa berjalan dengan sangat cepat dan perkembangan teknologi juga sama-sama membangun. Okay, and the development of technology, in my opinion, nowadays, especially in financial, has many advantages and make it easy for everyone. However, we also need to look at the disadvantages because for me, it depends on how we use it and control it. Sebagai contoh, even sebelum perkembangan teknologi ini berkembang dengan pesat, kita hanya boleh mendapatkan sesuatu itu dengan secara tunai. Namun kini pelbagai kaedah pembayaran seperti online transfer, scan melalui QR code dan paywave menggunakan debit card telah memudahkan semua pihak. Moreover, the existence of e-commerce platform such as Shopee, Lazada and many more that is accessible to all ages just by using a handphone and all in our fingertips. So, it is more difficult, especially young people, to control our purchasing desire or this buying habit, and it gives risk on our financial well-being. So maybe Mr. Eric can share with us how can we control these desires. Perhaps you can share your experience when such technology became available to you.
Okay, first of all, we all are human, right?
Yeah, betul.
A lot of good things around us. Actually, very difficult for you to say to control. Okay, but of course, in order to really practice that, actually you have to start from young. Okay, start from young. I think education, I would say, still the most important part for this part. But of course, let's say for our age now, you have to look at your account balance first before you want to commit something. I think that one have to be practiced because for youth, you just started to work because you want to buy a lot of things, you want to enjoy a lot of good lifestyle. But you have to look at income first. If you really want to enjoy all this lifestyle, of course you have to look for other alternative already. Right? Maybe you do second job, right? You put part-time job or you have another side income. Then you can enjoy that. Yeah, nothing wrong. But in order you want to control, this one is very tough. Right?
Susah nak control, sorry, susah.
When let's say you go to pavilion shopping, good stuff, right? Wow.
Betul.
Add to cart.
You're buying, you're shocked. So, this one really got to be self-discipline. You ask me any way to control. Before you spend, you check your balance. That's the only thing that you can do.
We just have to be responsible,
Responsible for yourself, yeah. Yes. But you have to do proper planning, as just now Nana have shared, If let's say you have a habit to save first, balance and spend, then perhaps you are alright. Because you already allocate some of the fund, for certain purpose. You know that this, like for example, this 20% you won't touch. Then actually you can spend the rest of the money. It's fine because you already have something. But if you are practicing like the 95% of people that spend first, kalau ada balance baru simpan, I think that one's gone. It won't happen. Alright, so as I said, you have to allocate first certain amount, to save her, then you will have a proper control. That's my idea. Okay, that's it for me.
Okay, so now that we're still in the subtopic of impulsive purchasing behavior ni, as a youth myself, I often think that once I dah kerja, I nak beli kereta lah. Dah cukup duit sikit, I nak beli rumah lah. Betul tak ni? Betul tak Hafiz?
Betul.
Okay, so anak-anak lagi yang baru je start kerja kan, we always feel pressure to own ourselves or certain assets. Macam yang cakap tadi, kereta, rumah, tanah ke kan. Because we actually have all sorts of desire. So I think everyone in this webinar pun have the same thought juga. So sebagai seorang yang bakal bekerja nantilah, nak tanya, how early did you start to invest in this kind of commitment? Maybe Cik Muiz boleh jawab ke?
Kalau saya personally memang as I mentioned I started working as a staff with Bank Negara, tapi you don't really have this proper understanding about personal finance kan. Cuma I think I would say I'm quite lucky in the sense that I have this one friend yang memang advised to actually buy a house early, and then I got this support lah from my father-in-law juga. So basically from there I started earning a house. So you ask me for buying house as early as you can lah. Same thing when it comes to car. Sebab at the end of the day, kalau you can't really survive to go around without your own car, you probably have to plan to get a car as soon as possible lah, because you would need a car to basically go to work. And then plus, in terms of what kind of car to that would be something for you to think about lah. Because kalau you tahu you boleh save by using Proton and Pro2, for example, why you want to force yourself to actually buy a car, branded car yang orang kata lebih mahal, and then you put a strain on your personal finance kan, which to me it's all about kalau boleh you hold back your desire. Mereka kata tadi kan ada susah-susah dahulu bersenang-senang kemudian kan. So you can really practice that. There'll be something, again it goes back to you punya personal management lah. And then kalau boleh jugalah, I would probably advise in terms of always remember, get something too, and think about what would be the benefits that you can actually get from whatever you spend on lah. Macam rumah, basically you want to live in the house. Tapi kalau you can get a second house, which is actually, that's where you can get another source of income, that will be something for you to think about lah. So same thing with the car. Kalau kata you have one car, you're going to use it, but you can have second car, you can do a business with the second car, then that would be something. Always remember, there's always be something that you can actually benefit for whatever you spend on.
That was a great answer by Mr. Muiz. So basically, masa pun dah mencemburui kita, and we have come to the end, almost to the end of our program today. And I believe most participants, even the organizing committee ourselves, have learned a lot from this session on how we should be careful on our finances to make sure that our financial is manageable. I want to say that despite all the challenges yang ekonomi kita sebabkan pandemik kan, macam-macam masalah yang kita hadapi sebabkan pandemik ni. So every individual are looking for a way to recover our individual income, our household income. Kita cuba untuk mencari jalan. So sebagai kita orang ni lah, sebagai orang muda kan, satu hari nanti kita orang akan jadi pemimpin kan. Mana tahu satu hari nanti Sarah jadi menteri pelancongan, Hafiz jadi menteri beli rasukan kan. Lepas mana tahu Madam Azlina jadi Perdana Menteri nanti kan.
InsyaAllah.
Amin.
Amin. Habis satu Malaysia kena buat PD Talk series.
So untuk kita jadi seorang leader untuk masa depan, it is very crucial for us to make a better financial decisions, no matter for who and no matter for what. So I want to ask the killer question. Soalan ni memang saya dah lama dah nak tahu tapi macam tak dapat lagi jawapan dia. Memang Madam Nana, Mr. Eric or Mr. Muiz boleh jawab lah soalan ni. How can we be rich?
Wow.
Kita boleh jadi kaya.
Wow.
Susah soalan ni.
Okay, Muiz mesti ada
What's your
rahsia ni.
definition of rich?
Interesting. Macam mana, Muiz?
What's your definition of rich?
Definition.
Betul. Betul. It's very subjective. Nick, kata kalau nak belanja nak kena check account balance dulu kan. So you tak nak lah. I give the floor to Muiz and Eric. Please share with us your take, please.
I think kita memang ialah semua every one of us would like to be rich kan.
Of course.
But again, to me, the reason why I asked what's your definition of being rich tu tadi, what coach cakap is about to be free lah. It's actually you want to be free from money because you want to do whatever you want. You nak travel ke, you nak whatever what kind of car you like
money
to buy.
And time,
you can just cakap je nak apa, then semua boleh datang kan. So basically to me it goes back to the definition lah, because kalau you know the kind of life that you want, to me you define rich is actually being debt free. It's all about you manage your expenses within your means lah. And then kalau kata you really want to be that super rich, it's all about acquiring the right knowledge lah, and then plus always find the right circle to mingle with lah. Because kalau kata you talk to this poor chap to basically tell you what will be the secret to be a millionaire, memang dia pun struggle kan. So I think it's all about finding the right people to talk to, and then always be open to all these new ideas. Because there's this one book lah, I'm actually reading it juga lah. It's unscripted, they call it. Basically because kalau you play the game to get rich at 60, kenapa ada orang boleh get rich at the age of 23 kan? So there is always a secret to it lah kan. Macam kata kenapa you kena save duit baru umur 60 baru you nak enjoy, while some people kata they want to enjoy life at the age of 30 for example, because they want to be financially independent kan. So there is always a secret to it, and then it's all about you finding the right people to talk to, finding the secrets, and perhaps look at what are the other success story kan. But sometimes it will take 20 years for some people, maybe for you might take 1 year, tapi sebab you tak cuba kan. So it's all about finding the right opportunity juga kadang-kadang kan. So that's where to me always keep it open lah. Kau boleh cari ilmu, cari opportunity, cari project, and in terms of investment, try everything out kalau kata you can.
Okay, thank you. Sekarang ni kita dah akhir soalan yang terakhir. Sebab masa pun sekarang dah menceburui kita, dah memang maksudnya macam kena cepat sikit lah habisnya. Tapi ada soalan yang saya kena baca. Mungkin ni untuk Encik Muiz sendiri. Soalan dia, ada tak tips untuk newbie, especially for student yang tak ada monthly income untuk invest in unit trust?
Sorry, soalan dia ialah in term of investment punya opportunity ya? Ataupun
yes, investment opportunity untuk student macam kita. Okay,
sebab macam saya katalah, zaman sekarang ni dah berubah, banyak di actually opportunity, because reason why I did share dengan Aslina in term of cryptocurrency for example kan, because all these things sebenarnya at your fingertips, because kalau ikutkan you need to know about all these different opportunity lah. Sebab macam contoh, ada this one company, dia bagi you beli emas as minimum as 10 ringgit. You tak pernah dengar?
Quantum metal.
Yeah.
Quantum metal, yes.
Orang muda pun dah tahu. So in that sense, banyak opportunity kan. So quantum metal tu is gold punya platform. And then kalau kata when it comes to investing, sebenarnya you probably have to approach all these different brokers lah. Macam you ada Maybank investment, you ada CIMB investment. So macam all these different platform, maybe you can try and see whether the minimum is actually fits to your whatever savings that you have, or the potential income you can actually get lah. Kalau paling mudah, again call your parents lah, minta duit kan. So depends kepada berapa the minimum that you can actually afford, and then daripada situ try to find what is the right opportunity lah. Macam contoh unit trust days, all this electronic punya fund, normally their minimum is RM100. Ada, kalau biasa, typical fund, you probably need 1,000. So kalau kata you can do this online punya investment, then you can reduce the minimum to 100 lah. You can start as the minimum is 100 lah.
Right.
So tapi kalau kata you have RM10, then the quantum metal tu, that can be one option lah. I'm not trying to promote quantum metal, tapi depends on you punya kemampuan lah. So kalau kata if it's your minimum that you can actually afford, and then you can give it a try lah. Sebab kalau kata dari segi nakkan knowledge, better try daripada as young as you can lah. So that 5-10 years down the road, you know better lah about how and where you want to invest.
But whatever it is, we should know the risk in whatever that we do, right? Yeah. Before we engage in anything, we should know the risk.
Again, going back to within your means lah. Kalau kata you memang dedicate 10% of your income for investment, always remember lah, the risk comes with the investment to something that within what you can actually tolerate.
Correct.
Okay, so terima kasih Encik Muiz atas penerangan tadi, jawapan tadi. So, as a student kita boleh invest, tapi senang cerita tengok poket sendirilah. Dia tak tetap pun yang berapa. Kalau ada 10, kalau ada 100. So, saya rasa itu sahaja discussion kita untuk hari ini. So, thank you very much for all the guests and the speakers, moderators yang menjayakan aktiviti talk pada hari ini. So there's a lot of information that we got today. So please take note guys, dengan apa yang telah terangkan oleh speaker kita hari ini. Mengurus keuangan dengan bijak itu penting. Jangan sampai kita termasuk dalam list orang yang bankrupt. So thank you so much to the speakers and speaker for all two guests kita pada hari ini and all the moderators. So Izzati.
Okay, so I guess there is no question left. That means this sharing session has near to the end. So before we wrap up our session, Madam Nana, is there any advice that you would love to share with us?
Yeah, before that, thank you so much Muiz, Encik Muiz and Mr. Eric for joining me and backing me up. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it so much. Thanks, many thanks. And
thank you.
To your coach, yes, you can invite Mr. Muiz nanti in future. He is an economist, so I will bring in more for you guys also. I have a lot more, don't worry. Lepas tu, thank you so much Madam Azwin for also giving us the opportunity and platform today. And I hope that with our sharing today, you guys at least can bring back some pointers and some secrets and tips that we have all shared with you. Just a simple one, like I said just now, do it right the first time. You don't need to repeat the same mistake, okay? And accept the fact that it's just that you just need to start early, start today, start now with your protection. There's no other way, no other better way for me to say it. Accept the fact and just do it. Just do it. Don't think. Okay. And also on spending, just one piece of advice, just as 2 cents from me. If you need to think when buying it, that means you don't need it. If you need to think twice, maknanya sebenarnya awak dah ada dah barang tu ataupun awak tak perlu pun barang tu. So if when buying things, when you don't have to think, you just have to buy, maknanya benda tu is a need lah for you. But if you think twice, tak payah. Okay, tak payah. Jangan. So maybe itu salah satu cara yang kita boleh pegang bila kita nak bershopping dekat Shopee tu kan, especially. Itu my personal advice tau, sebab I pun menghadapi masalah yang sama sekarang ni. Jadinya kita stick to that lah, stick by it. So that's for me. And thank you so much again for the platform. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope all of you success in your life in future. Ameen. And the next stage of your life.
Thank you, Madam.
And I hope that you guys can come back for the next platform that we will be sharing.
Inshallah, madam.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
you can invite as many friends as you can also, as you want also. We'll meet again, inshallah, yeah?
Inshallah.
Madam Nana.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Madam Nana, for the wonderful sharing. I believe that we have learned so much throughout the sharing session.
Alhamdulillah.
So I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to Madam Nana, our panel speaker for today. And everyone give a big applause for Madam Nana.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. We will also like to thank our special guest, Mr. Eric and Encik Muaz for joining our PD Talk series today.
Muiz.
Akan nervous lagi.
Sorry. Okay, maybe Mr. Eric first nak bagi pesanan untuk kami golongan belia ni.
Okay, very good platform today. I also learning, right? I also learning for all of you. Okay, important to just protect first before you start to do invest. Yeah, so allocate, set a goal lah. And most important, I want to give a pesanan kan. You set a goal, your financial goal, your life goal. You set a goal. After you set a goal, you set a time frame. How long can I achieve it? Then you find what kinds of career can drive you there. Okay, very important. So, and then for all of you very young, right? Just try out whatever, opportunity. You never know whether you can make it or not, but you have to try it out. If you just listen and then you don't try, you never know. Like just how much, actually, maybe your all the while your impression for this career, not that good, but you have to personally go and try. Then you realize the beauty of this career. Okay, so you must give a courage to yourself to try it out. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for having me today.
Thank you, Mr. Eric.
Okay, how about Encik Muiz? Okay.
Okay.
So sorry.
It's okay, no worries. First of all, thank you for this platform lah untuk berkongsi kan. Second thing, I applaud everyone lah because for the effort. Because memang financial literacy is something yang sebenarnya is a non-stop process. Because to be frank, at this point of time, I also keep learning about improving kita punya pengurusan diri lah. Same thing, whatever has been shared here, thank to Eric and also to Aslina in terms of sharing. Because I'm also a normal guy, tak kena ada juga banyak benda kita kena belajar. So my advice to everyone, keep learning. Always stay open to whatever opportunities, because we always say work smart, tapi maybe probably you have to think about live smart lah. Because if we can audit ourselves, by all means kita cuba kurangkan whatever unnecessary spending so that we can maximize in terms of our savings and we can achieve whatever goals that we like to achieve lah. So yeah, be smart lah.
True.
Yes, true.
Thank you, Mr. Muiz.
So thank you so much to Mr. Eric and Encik Muiz for spending your time with us. So Syahirah.
For the participants, thank you so much for your time and for your attentive listening. Kerjasama anda sangatlah kami hargai.
And before we finish this talk session, let's take a photo as a memory.
1, 2.